let me know if you can see it. This one only has 18 grand in it, but I got a bonus, so you can't see that. But
I know, right? Sounds and looks just as stupid as it should. $20,000 in a single month of just sending DMs. Sounds out of this world, but Lewis is the guy that has gone and done it. We're going to walk through exactly what his journey has looked like leading up till this point because he only just started 8 months ago and now he's obviously at the point where he can make 20K in a single month just sending DMs and managing teams. But without further ado, let's get into it. We've got my boy Lewis here. Look, bro, introduce yourself to the people, let them know who you are and how long you've been on your journey.
so my name's Lewis. I'm from near Melbourne, Victoria. So I've been in like sales for nearly 11 months now. So last April I started. So it's been a while. Used to be a plasterer for 6.5 years, which I quit. Probably 7 months ago, just to go all in on this. And yeah, it's working out pretty well so far. So
Yeah, mad, bro. Yeah, I was gonna say, with it working out pretty well so far, I know we've kind of talked about it, bro. Like, what's your biggest month you've had since quitting your job, and what's your most recent win? You show us.
right, yeah, okay. So I've been in this role. Firstly, I was a DM center for like nearly 5 months for my past. I mean, on this role, and in my second month on that role, I did. Well, I can show you, but I'll say it first. I did a little bit over 19K Australian. Um, yeah, let me know if you can see it. This one only has 18 grand in it, but I got a bonus, so you can't see that. But I
Yeah,
think,
yeah, no, we got it.
yeah.
18. Yeah,
And then I got a $200 bonus from one of the closers just doing well. So yeah, a
yeah.
bit over 19 grand. What was that? That was November. So, and then this is my one last week. Just gotta go find it. Yeah. So this was just a bit over 15 bands. If
Yeah,
you can see
mad, bro.
that,
That's cooked.
15. It is
15K.
pretty cool, especially sitting on my phone 9 hours a day, just texting people. So
Yeah, bro.
yeah,
I was gonna say the setup, literally you're running right now, you sat in your backyard, just kicking back, bucket hat on, getting some vitamin D, sending DMs, bro. Like
yeah,
this currently like the setup that you're running, like this is how you're making your money.
pretty much. I just sit outside all day in my camp chair and just text people. Like, obviously, not everyone wants to do that, but that's just what I can do because I don't have to be situated somewhere. I can just make money just literally from my phone. So yeah,
Yeah,
pretty crazy though.
it's pretty sick, bro. I mean, the thing is, obviously I saw your journey firsthand from back when you first started. I think we had a call where you were still in your tradie gear. You know, it was a wet day. You'd knocked off early as a plasterer because obviously you can't plaster in the wet.
Mm.
And I remember you saying, bro, it was like the biggest thing for you was the freedom. And I mean, obviously you're here, but in saying that, let's go back to when you were a plasterer, bro. Like, what got you wanting to look into sales and take that leap of faith, bro?
I guess if you do something for so long that you know you're not really content with, or that's not for you, you want to find different ways to get out of that. So I've tried like many things to beforehand to whether that's like illegal sports betting or like just crypto or just other shit like that, just to try and get another income that you can get out of your current job. And I just couldn't make it work with anything. I just didn't really know. So that's kind of where I saw. I mean, Huddy's content came up, early last year, and I'm like for sales, like I never had like an inkling for wanting to do sales, but I could see what the outcome could be if you put in the work, and I believed in that. And you have to believe for it to happen. Like if you only have one foot in, it's not going to work. You got to be like two legs, two arms in. Got to be all in it. So yeah.
Mm. Yeah, and like you bring up a really interesting point there with trying a bunch of things and it not kind of working out or understanding it to a sense. But you know, with sales especially, bro, like why do you feel like that was the thing that realistically worked for you? And obviously, like we're at the position we're in now.
Um, Good question. I think it's just because I knew what sales could, or online remote sales could bring me for the goals I had in mind for what I wanted, which is just travel, obviously still make pretty good money and just kind of have the freedom of literally what I'm doing right now and not being at a work site. So I guess I don't know. I think with sales, like I don't know if it like resonates with me, but it's just like obviously I was a pretty shy person like before I got into sales, like social anxiety, all that. Like so, and I knew this was going to challenge me because you literally have to speak to people every day if you want to make money. Obviously, I'm not really speaking to people with my job. I'm just texting, but you still want to know the skills, just how to really communicate with someone and or just talk to them in general. So yeah, that was a big reason why I got into it because I knew I'd change as a person, which I definitely have compared to last year. I was pretty shy, and now I'm able to I manage a team in my role, which I'm now a manager. So that wouldn't happen if I didn't learn sales or get the confidence to do that. So if I looked last year and let's go like to March last year and said I'd be right here, being a manager of an online part of an online company, you're dreaming pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I mean, it's a crazy progression for real. Like with how much you've grown, from my perspective, especially because obviously, like I started before you, saw you come in, you're still working your job, and now you're at the point where you're literally managing your own team from a skill that you picked up like just a couple months ago, and you're
Mm,
making upwards of 15K a month. Like it sounds ridiculous, bro. I mean,
mm.
for
No, it is.
you,
Yeah.
yeah, for you, bro, like I guess the biggest thing I wanted to kind of touch on with you working your plastering job, bro, what was it like learning those skills to get to the point where you could actually replace your income?
Uh, what was it like learning the skills? I mean, I'm not sure if you how to say that. What was it like learning the skills? I mean, I was pretty foreign, I guess, because obviously I had no sales skills at all. But like I said before, like it kind of changes you as a person. Like that was more the what I learned. Obviously the skills as well, but like it literally changed me to the person I wanted to be, that I always wanted to be, which is obviously more confident. Um, because I was like 25 and still like shy. Like I just really couldn't really like speak to anyone properly without mumbling. Like it's yeah. I feel like for me, like it was more changing me. Also, the skills helped me a lot, and being in the ABC system. Um, but yeah, I don't really know how to answer that because I'll be honest.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I think what you said there was really good. It's the same thing that I feel like I've experienced and so many others have experienced, that
Mm,
change in identity. Like you're this bloke who's working a plastering job, rocking up to work, not really sure if it's what you want to do for the rest of your life. And then you learn the skills. You've got to talk to people, you've got to show up, you've got to be consistent. It's like that molded you into the person you are today, who's capable of making those 15K months, who's managing a team, doing all the extra bits. So, right, like that progression, like it obviously hasn't always been like this, but what would you say the biggest lesson you've learned over that journey would have been?
mm. Biggest lesson. Oh, it's really it's just stay committed. Like really, because like if you obviously like if you drop off for like a week, like it's really hard to get back.
Hmm.
Like you got to have that driving motivation to want to change, want to be in a different situation. Like um, yeah, I know. Like that was kind of the driving. That's just really you got to stay committed and just look at the person you want to be and just like put yourself in those boots now. Like the tradie person's in behind. Like that's not you anymore. You got to be this salesperson that is making 10K months. Just chilling on his phone. Like you have to imagine that and put in the work to do it. So yeah, I was really just staying committed because like so many people drop off because they lose sight or they don't have the motivation to do it. So yeah.
Mm. So, like, with that point, is like you're saying because you're the person right now, it's almost like you had to be that person before the results actually became to fruition.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. I mean, not all the time. I wouldn't have like imagined I'd be here like so soon. I thought it'd take a lot longer,
Mm.
but like, yeah, you just have to imagine that's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's a good way to put it because it's almost like continuing to believe that you were the plasterer tradie who thought about making money online or like wanted to make money online. You'd always be that person until if you took that step or like actually took action on it. In saying that, bro, because I know that so many people they look at any video, my video, Huddy's videos, there's certain things that actually hold them back from taking action. Like everyone wants to do it, but they never actually do it. What would you say the biggest thing was for you, bro, that held you back in the first place?
Held me back. Kind of maybe like if I could do it, or if like it's real. That's probably the main thing. Just because there's so many people out there that it looks too good to be true. So you kind of hold yourself back. Like, is that really right? But like you never know unless you actually try. Like you know what I mean? Like you just yeah. I would say that's the only thing that held me back from jumping into it sooner was just not seeing just seeing too many good things about it and not wanting to try it because I just thought it was a scam because I've been scammed many times before, like a lot of other people have. So that's what really held me back, just the fear. But you're not going to change if you don't get over that, that fear and take the leap.
Hmm. How would you say like the best way you found actually getting over that? Because obviously, there was a mindset there that you were fearful, but now you're at the point where like we're 15K months, you're kicking back on your
Mm,
camp chair at home, and this is the life. But there was a time where Lewis was
mm.
like, "Nah, bro, I'm not touching that. That's too scary." So how did you actually get over that?
It's just like I think you just reach a point like after you just like doing something, you just like oh fuck it. It was just like a fuck it moment. Like I've tried stuff before, it hasn't worked, but like I was gonna keep trying stuff until it worked. So um yeah, how did I overcome that? It's I don't know. I just knew I had to do like this wasn't trading. Being a tradie for my life was not like I couldn't accept that. Like it was just me saying just fuck it. Like just give another shot. Like I already tried three other things. Like why not one more? So that was just the mentality. Obviously, like everyone knows, there's going to be like a barrier of entry, which is investment. But that's the step you need to take. If you invest in yourself, like it's just you're going to get so much back tenfold. You just got to get past that figure and just go for it. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the way you put that. It's almost like the barrier to entry is quite literally the only thing that would hold you back from getting to the point you want to get to. It's not like a matter of if, it's a matter of when, if you just take the first step. And like you
Mm.
said, the biggest thing that you learned was staying consistent. So for you,
Mm.
bro, like with where you're moving now and your future plans, like what are we looking at in the next, say, 6 months to a year?
Hmm. Good question. Um. Well, now that I've recently been upgraded to like a manager of the DMs, like this is kind of my focus. Well, really now for whoever I don't know. I don't know how long I'm going to be in this role for, but I want to keep kind of going up and up. Um. But this, yeah, I just want to get this locked in my team as good as we can, make as much money as we can, and obviously I'm going to make more money. So that's me. And also with online stuff, you can always kind of dip your feet into other things. Like for me, I do want to get into day trading because obviously I'm
Mhm.
working for a day trader, so I see the potential. So that's something probably 12 months down the line I would like to get in, but like for now I'm pretty content where I'm at, just in sales and just improving, just going up the ranks where I can and just kind of upgrading the resume. Um, on that side of things, obviously, I still want to travel. I still want to make as much capital as I can. Um, and yeah, that's probably about it. About it. And obviously, all the other boys that we have in our group, I want them to be hitting 10K, and so we can go meet each other and shit like that. So yeah.
Yeah, I like it, bro. The thing is, it's not just goals about yourself, it's about the other people around you. And like you said, the group of
Mm,
boys that we have going on with that 10K months group chat is constantly bringing each other up. And of course, you're on your own mission, but there's other people along
mm,
for the ride as well. I just wanted to point out as well, but like the biggest thing you said to me there was the actual progression with obviously day trading. Do you think you'd ever have
Mm.
thought about getting into day trading or having the connections that you have now if you didn't actually learn skills and got into appointment setting?
No chance. No chance. I didn't even know what day trading was until I got into this role.
Hmm.
So yeah, like that's nothing with sales. Like sales doesn't have to be your end goal. Like you can, there's so many things that sales can bring you: more interest, more opportunities to create more, income. Like it's, yeah, sales is like the starting step, and you can just branch off into other things. Like, yeah, so that's, I never thought I'd want to get into day trading, but now, I work for it. I could see that it works for people who put in the effort. I've already put in the effort for sales, so I know that it'll definitely work for me if I do the same thing. So yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, it's almost like the same lessons you've learned with sales are going to translate over to day trading, but having learnt the skills
Mm.
as the first and foremost skill, bro, it's like you can always fall back on that. You know, day trading doesn't
Mm.
work, but guess what? You can go back to being a setter and making good money there. Bro, one last thing. If you could give out one piece of advice to someone watching this who's like you know, working in a trade or any job for that matter, looks at online stuff, thinks it's too good to be true, it's a scam, and can't really get over that fear, and wants to get into the position that you want to get into, bro. Like, what's your one piece of advice to them?
I think you just gotta kind of look at yourself and I'll look in the mirror and see, like, and just like picture, like, are you happy with what you're doing, and you're going to be happy with that for the next 10 to 20 years? And if you say no, then obviously just you need to change something, or just take that. Like humans only grow when they're uncomfortable, not comfortable. So if you keep staying in that position, you're gonna stay comfortable, and you're not gonna grow. So you're just gonna have that fuck it mentality. Like if you want to change, like don't say, "Oh, I'll change in 3 months." Like change now, because what's 3 months gonna do? What's the you know you're then gonna put off for another 3 months. So you just like, yeah, just like, take action is really like the most important thing. Even though it's scary, it's fucking nerve wracking, and you're investing in yourself, but you just have to do it. Like, like I don't know what else to say. Like it's, yeah, it's hard, but yeah, if you want to change, you have to do it.
Yeah, it's like a an inevitable future is there's like one of two paths. You know, one is the one that you're currently on. You see the older guys on site, or like for tradies, for example, because you always hear it, you know, the blokes that you work with, oh, I don't want to end up like old mate, 60 years old, still on site, can't actually retire yet.
Mm.
And then there's the guys that you come home and you know, you see their success stories like yourself, and you're like, you know, I want to be in that position, but like realistically, the only thing separating those two paths is actually just picking the right one or picking the one that you want to go down. There's nothing against people who want to
Mm.
stay in trade, but I think the biggest thing is like that little seed that some people have inside them where they have that motivation to be something more. It's just taking that action, you know, getting over that fear. But look, bro, I appreciate the time, appreciate the chat. Such an like crazy journey, in all honesty. The fact that you went from being a plasterer in that trade, not really knowing what sales was, I had no experience in the first place, and now you're here, bro, like making 15K last month, 20K in the month of
Mm.
November. Like, it's pretty crazy, bro.
No, it definitely is. So obviously, I wouldn't have been able to do it without the group chat or ABC. So very thankful for the skills I've learned from there, and yeah, pretty stoked.
Yeah, I bet, bro. I bet. Well, look, appreciate the time once again, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you in the next one. This has been Lewis. Thanks for coming, bro.
All right, thanks for having me.